What's up? It's your boy MB. If you're watching this at later times, you understand. This is where I ask the questions. So different for lady cardio or anything. Really, what you want to ask right here is just you and I, anybody come together. Please keep your comments respectful. I have moderators in the feed. If you're watching this at later time, thank you. Subscribe to the channel if you would like. I have very good, strong opinions on certain things. Some things I'm willing to bend on, some things I'm not. But it is what it is, man. Welcome to the channel. Listen to it. Thanks for watching. What's up? Blessings, T Brew. What's up? I got a moderator here. Watch what you say. T. Wills, yo. Y'all waiting on me. Roger hanging. What do you think about Shalimar subs? I think I remember you asking that. What do I think about Shalimar? They serve a purpose for those people who don't have a lot of mounting depth. That's the option. I think they don't have the performance of full-size drivers, except for the Wave Tech. I think he's very good. He's also coming out in the 10 here shortly. I believe he had a small run. Now he's waiting for the big run to come. Shouts out to Jason Killerman, Wave Tech Audio. They can mimic the performance of full-size drivers for real because of how he actually did the voice cord and the spider. The spider's actually inside the woofer. Jason Killerman, a guy who came from Alpine. I don't know if he designed the Alpine shallow, but he branched off, stopped working there, and came out with his own line, Wave Tech Audio, which pioneers not only just the shallow sub, which is what he's using. It's a shallow sub with a full-size performance. Do not get that misunderstood. But he also does OEM technologies, amps to run with, these vehicles come out today. They really don't want you to take nothing out. So a lot of people getting base vehicles, getting audio control devices. But I think Wave Tech is the new OEM replacement aftermarket cardio company that specializes in helping you get sound output in vehicles that you can't buy radio for, where you must use the stock radio. And with that being said, but they came out with a subwoofer driver that's just phenomenal. It's straight up phenomenal. So I think that sometimes that's the only option you got, so you're gonna have to use it. So that's what I personally think. Let me put this right here. That's what I personally think about Shalimar driver. Sometimes that's the only option you got. So if that's the only option you got, use it. But if you can utilize a full-size driver, do so as well. Is 0.75 net good for a DD2508? Yes, but it's not going to resonate as much as a 1.25. That's why he gives you operating range. Always understand that the bigger the box, the better the depth, DEPTH, to the output is going to be. Still going to be 30 hertz, whether it's in 0.75 or 1.25. But the overall exaggeration of depth, fullness, FULLNES, is going to be to the larger box. If that wasn't the case, then nobody would give you box recommendations. They would just say, put it in this, and that's it. So basically with DD, especially with that large cone, you don't want to go into 0.75. In my opinion, I don't think so. But hey, you got, especially if you listen to hip hop and R&B. What's up, everyone? Cal Soul, keep doing this wheel. I hope I'm doing this wheel. I'm going to stop. Let me put this here. I'm going to stop saying God told me, because sometimes it's a feeling. And I'm not hearing a voice in my head. I ain't crazy. And I definitely don't want to blaspheme on the Lord. So I myself personally going to stop watching what the Lord told me. I'm not going to keep doing that, because sometimes that can come out wrong. I'm still a human being. I just think this is my interpretation. This is what I feel God wants us to do, this, that, another. What is this? I don't want to do that right now. Yeah, thank you. Concrete Audio Closer Solo X, SP and SQ. That I don't know. I might have to wait till I get two of them. You can see I have here, and this is the recon. Did y'all really get to see how big that recon is? Let me show y'all. The G7 has a recon available as well. Did y'all see the video on the side? Yeah, that concrete audio. He got a motor with him. He got a big motor, 3-inch voice cord. But y'all check this out, man. Look at the size of this. Look at the size. This is an 8-layer, 3-inch voice cord on this concrete audio sub. Now the Nemesis Audio Hectic has a 3-inch voice cord as well, but it's a 4-layer. This is an 8-layer. 8-layer, a flat round aluminum. Look how thick that layer is. So handles a significant amount of power. Possibly, I think, because of the surface area that a 3-inch cord gives you, enables it to handle, dissipate a lot of heat. Because do y'all know? No, Louis knows. The positive and negative wire, when it goes on the former, this is the former with the wires wrapped around, will actually connect. So the RMS rating is how much heat this voice cord can handle before it makes the glue fail and comes unraveled. So the added surface area having a larger core and the added vibration from being able to throw more power into it is going to make it louder than a 2.5-inch driver and a 7.5-inch cutout. So I just wanted to show y'all that. And then you can see that you can't push it in now because it's got nothing to move up against. But look at the rolls on that spider. Now looking at it from here, looks to be a linear roll spider. Now the top spider is going to move further than the bottom. The bottom is going to give you your control. Yeah, keeping it linear on that coil. But that's a roll, but look at that coil, man. Look at that coil. I know Kurt is watching this right now. He's like, yeah, show him, B. Yeah. Now, I think the reason why the coil comes so stiff is because, number one, it's not that much spider. Wow, the spider comes so stiff. It's not that much spider. So you need something very robust to be able to handle frequent use. Yeah, frequent use. It's nice. So it does have a recon option because we do know here in America, you guys, they say 1,500 watts. Y'all gonna try to send 5K to 1. Thing of it is, that's exactly what he said he designed it for you to handle and throw copious, COPIOUS amounts of power to it. That's what he designed it for. Bree, what's up? What's up, that guy? That guy, DC. What's the best formula to use to determine how long an airport should be? The tuning that you're trying to attain, that's the best formula to use to determine how long an airport should be. Why don't you use base Robot 6 or WinSID, and they'll give you that. You don't need to form it at all. You put the parameters in the sub. WinISD, that's free. You ain't even got to buy the software. You don't even buy the software. Or truthfully, and if you want to do all that, you can just use the handheld calculator. Get you a quick answer, especially for the readily available sub. Can't wait. Can't wait my S9512 ride tomorrow. That's great, brother. Okay, I got 615s in this Oldsmobile. Candy paint on them, golden wheels. Candy paint on them, golden wheels. LS swap, so you know the deal. Welcome to the MBE show. 615 in Oldsmobile. I wonder what you got. DC audio? Because you got 6 other 15s, you probably choke them. DC audio playing small box. I don't know who else playing small box. 615 is most 15 smallest box volume you can put them in is 3. And that tends to be DC audio or J audio 13, which is basically 15. Everybody else's recommendation for 3 is gonna be pretty small. DC audio, I believe, is 2.5 for a 15. So 6 times 3 net is 18. So you tell me that on the Oldsmobile you got 18 cubic feet. Now 18 cubic feet and you use 18 cubic feet and you use 12 inches of port area, which would be half chuffing at your port, particularly with 15. With most serious 15. I'm just doing the math here, TC. You know, I like to do the math. So you got 6 15s. I say you got 3 cubes, it'll be on small. So 6 times 3 is 18. 18 cubes times, that's say using a slot. So you get 12 is 18 times, what? 18 times 12 is 216 square inches. Now, I'm trying to figure out if you use the minimum port area, and that's 200 square inches, the it'll be a short length, but where you put 216 square inches? What do you mean by 200 square inches? Well, let's say the port is 10 inches high. No, let's take it under 10. Let's take it single digits. Let's say it's 9 inches high. Divided by 9. If it's 9 inches wide, then it would be 24 inches long. Now, how you is this a seal box? Because I soon as see certain numbers let me know the subs choking, you just got them in there. That's because I 615, I'm not using 12 square inches support area unless I'm using the aerial, which means I can't bend it. So now I'm wondering would you pour it? So that tells me if you got 615 in there, they definitely got to be in the seal box. Got to be. Without the displacement of the drivers and a proper port area, which I hope if you got some serious X Max, you're not using 12 square inches per cube. You showing off the 16. 12 square inches, 216 square inches port area. How are you fitting all that in there correct? I just want to know. I know it's not possible. See, that's what I be trying to tell my subscribers when I talk to y'all about when people just put something in vehicles or when they put stuff in vehicles correctly. It's a big difference. Big difference. I get caught up in the numbers, the quantity of subs. Me as a box builder, I'm looking, well, how'd you do that? What subs you use? Because, like I say, 6 times 3, 18 cubes net. And most 15s got a displacement somewhere north of 0.2. So 6 times 0.2 is 6 times 0.2 or 0.25. That's 1.5 going away just for the displacement of the drivers. And if you get something like a Sundown or a DD, your displacement is 0.3. So now we like 2 cubes almost going away just when you put the subwoofers in the box. And then we got to put the port in the box. So I'm like, this ain't adding up. The only way this could work is if you in a seal box. Anything other than that, you choking output. Oh, the Valley, which is California. 2 Kicker Solo X on a Warhorse 3600. Do it all day. Or 2 DD25 supercharged on M25. Need help deciding. Both good setups. There's nothing I can decide for you. Both good setups. Sound great to me. Get both of them good setups. I don't know what you need help decide on. Just make a decision. I see this is a big problem in cardio. And I think in America, because all y'all look for is somebody to tell you what to do and say something that's the best. You're not going to get that here on the channel. I don't do that. I ain't no fanboy. I got the brands I like. They're all competitive with each other. Every last one of them competitive with each other. None of the kings are twice as loud as anybody else. They're not. I'm thinking that Concrete Audio Subs is going to get in there in a minute. So once he get the D1s here, we can show you what they're doing in 5K. But is he going to be 2 dB louder than anybody else? Mm-mm. I mean, 3. Is he going to be 3 dB louder? Mm-mm. Might be a 2, but 3 dB louder, which means that they're all comparable in performance. It's always going to be in the application. Say you got a small box, small volume. The score could be higher than somebody who got a big volume inside their their cabin, whatever. So just decide, man. Personally, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them. I'm not gonna give you no best scenarios. This is the best. I don't do that. You know them. That's what the F boys do, and they tend to pick one brand and say it's the best overall. We ain't doing that bullshit here. We ain't doing it. We'll keep it truth here. All of them comparable. Pick. It's your money. What is it about the DC Audio XL10 that Fred Porter's using that allows it to place it in a smaller box compared to most 10-inch subs? The suspension. Soft suspension. Most teams recommend 1.5, while the XL10 only recommends 1.1 cube. Yes, soft suspension. That's it. What do you think about the bass brass line of subwoofers? They ain't make an 8, so I ain't got no thought on it. I don't make an 8, so I ain't got no thought about it. It's pretty. Blue surround, like a souped up audio bond, but I ain't heard them. And they don't make an 8. So I'm just going to be 100% real with you. I don't care who they had designed, particularly the person they said they had helped design. I don't believe he designed nothing in the first place. Then they got a real good engineer out there in China who's helping them design woofers. I don't believe he designed. The man himself said he ain't finished electrical in school. And y'all believe he didn't finish school, but he can design subwoofers. Man, get out of here. You did finish school, but you got the best in the world. He said, I wonder how JBL and J Audio and Luciano and them guys that actually finished school. I wonder how they feel about you saying some shit like that.
They make really stellar products.
They make stellar products. Josh, they actually can show you they let you go back an engineering degree. I wonder how they feel about you with that BS statement. Other than that, I don't, you got a lot of people there on Facebook. They all of them, they see what name y'all like, called marketing. They get with it, and they'll say you something all the time. Like, I know a company right now that's selling the 8 as a new model, and it's the same 8 they sold back in 2008, 2009. Same frame and everything. The 4 of the parameters are exactly the same. Now he's selling it to you is a new line. I said, boy, y'all don't see this best here. Hot the modern day. But I ain't never ran them. I don't think myself going to run them, so I ain't got to do it. Don't listen to my opinion about them. I have none about them. I'm just as much as you know. Do you think I have enough space to properly run 2 Solo X10s and the 2016 Lexus ES350? What that car look like, baby? 2016 Lexus ES350. What that look like? Is that go look at that right here? Is that SUV? I think that's the SUV. Show me a picture. Because you need 4 cubes. Net.
And what is it?
Which means we probably going to build it.
That's 16?
6 cubes, huh?
16?
Yeah. ES350, Lexus ES350. What it look like? Is that a car or SUV? I think that's a SUV, ain't it? Little mid-size SUV or small SUV? No, that's a sedan. ES350.
Yeah.
4 cubes. Let me see.
Yep, that's a sedan.
Yeah, we can get a 4 cube box in there. Yeah, we can get a 4 cube box. And they're going to take up most of that trunk space. We can get a 4 cube box and a good trunk opening. 4 cubes net, which means after we put the subs in, we put the port in, we're going to be a 4 cube. Yeah, we can do that. That's the minimum. With the Solo X line, the minimum you want to do is what kick it. They want you to start here. They don't really want you to go under. Now, I'm sure other people tell you, yeah, what any manufacturer tell you to put a subwoofer in any size because y'all gonna do it anyway, so it don't matter if they tell you not to or not. And then you're gonna put it in the smaller box volume until they, well, I mean, it sounds good. What sounds good is a matter of opinion, mine included. But I tend not to do what the manufacturers suggest you do not do. Okay, hey MB, bye. I bought the Ike Freight Trim X15 for home theater and very efficient driver. Tuned to 30 hertz. You need tune lower than that, home theater. Plays really nicely in the 3.75 cubic foot box. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. I had that on the channel one time. Don't remember that earthquake sub I had? Real small magnet. Yeah. I wish they would make an 8 too. Jonathan Gray, what's up, man? You got your box yet, homie? Hope you get it. I went from 3J Audio 13s to two Silhouettes in the MBE box. Absolutely no comparison. I think I'll be able to tell you that. There is no comparison. It sure ain't. Tyler family gotta be patient or let Peerless Morel Memphis tell it 5.5 to 7.5 minutes voice quote from what I was told. It gotta be patient. It gotta be patient or let what are you saying? You confusing me. Morel or Memphis VIV. And Memphis can play less than VIV. I don't think he play less than 3. I built a red oak box for a customer with a Memphis VIV. With that, they got a 5-inch voice cord. But you know who pioneered the 5-inch voice cord? You know it's B2 Audio. H2C subs. Couldn't sell enough of them. I wonder why. Well, now everybody talking about the size of the voice cord. Now he doing it. But he did it before anybody else did it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jay been asking me a lot of questions too. How deep can a woofer with an 8-inch cutout be? How wide can it be overall? Jay ain't finished, y'all. Jay ain't finished. I wonder what he'll do if he put a 2-inch voice cord on the driver. What are you doing with a 2-inch voice cord, with a 2.5-inch voice cord? I wonder how his 2.5-inch voice cord will sound based on the performance he's able to get out of a 2-inch voice cord. Fred, you want to box 2 in the 40s, you can drop to 35, huh? I think so. Could literally tear up the surround before damaging that coil. 8-level coil is no joke. Yeah. But like I say, Conchi trying to get his money up. He wants to go to an 8-inch cutout as well. But he went to this 7.5-inch cutout when he made it readily available. They made the 7.5. He went with this and other than the one Cosmos Audio used, because you get a deeper from the spider landing to the top plate is deeper than the one on the Cosmos Audio sub. So he used that. A little taller basket. But he wants to put his, is what he told me. He wants to get his, so he can pay for a die and get an 8-inch cutout on that motor with a 3-inch voice cord. Not gonna be another industry shakeup. As soon as he get his money right, Lloyd to get him an 8-inch cutout. And I don't want nobody coming out with 8s. Do not get bigger than 8-inch cutout. 8-inch. Just get the 8, and then y'all fight out again. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want to push the envelope. I want all y'all to get the 8-inch cutout and fight out again. You see, Sundown brought they up there to the 8-inch cutout. After saying, they don't believe in oversized 8. And then they came out with oversized 8. I guess they got their money right. I don't know. But I'm here to tell the truth. I mean, who said what? And not call it to their mind. How many of y'all have 2 different setups? Boxes subs, like one for SQ and one for SPL. Is that being too extra? Nah, I ain't being too extra. Somebody can tell you what to do with your money. Somebody gonna tell you what to do with your money, man. I don't like questions like that for real. I respect you, Kyle. But I hate when I see even on social media, people ask what everybody else doing. If you got the money to have a SQ setup and an SPL setup, do you really care if somebody else doing it? I don't. I got a dually out there. I got permission from my wife to buy another dually. You think I'm asking how many of y'all got 2 dualies? I can give a flying. I'm not gonna cuss. I don't care what nobody else doing with what I'm doing. I'm not. You'll never see me ask nobody else's opinion. I try to give y'all my factual information on the opinion of the subs. But at the end of the day, don't I tell y'all the time, run what you want to run?
Might not like what you like.
Yeah, you might not like what I like. I'm gonna be the boss with either way it go. But when y'all ask for other people's opinion about something that you choose to do kind of throw me off.
Except, except the misinformation for yourself, because it might not apply to you. What I tell you.
Yeah, might not, but what I'm saying, when you see me say, man, how many of y'all running 2.8 in the mega cat? I don't care if y'all ain't running two. I'm running 2.12. All right, cool. That's your mega cat. I'm running 2.8. I don't ever ask nobody else's opinion about how many of y'all I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't get it. I really don't. I guess I think because I was born in 1973. We that FAFO generation. I gives a flying shit. I really don't care. I really don't care. I try to be peaceful with all men to a point. I tried that recently. Found out. I said, let's go back to my normal. Let me go back to what I normally do. Let me let the flesh win on this one. Yes, Lord. F you. What you talking about, NB? Fuck sundown. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, right here. In your opinion, is concrete audio bandwidth better than the Kicker Solo X, or do you feel like to kick your ass better band, or do you feel like to kick your ass better bandwidth? That's what you say. In your opinion, is the concrete audio bandwidth better than the Kicker Solo X? I haven't had two of them in the truck, so I can't answer that question right now. I think this is one of them base head questions. People be making up stuff out the side of my neck. I just making up stuff for the bandwidth. I listen to a box tuned to 33 hertz, and that's how I'm judging all the subwoofers inside my cabin. The box is tuned to 33 hertz. The transfer function is going to enables the woofer to drop to play 3 hertz lower inside my vehicle, so I can meet around 30 and 31 hertz with copious amounts of power. I listen to all of them to see pretty much, since I'm tuned to 33, about when it gets to 37, 36, down to 30, that's pretty much within a dB of each other. Them 6 bands right there. For all the woofers that I pick want to put on my channel, they tend to all do that. And that's all I'm concerned with. So as far as, since they have this serious power handling, when it start getting up to the power handling where y'all see it doing 141, 142, and all this, that, and other, we ain't really talking about no sound quality. It's just the truth. You go to them sound quality shows, man, they're not putting them, but they're not doing 140. They care less about that. They're talking about accuracy. So I'm not really a good judge of accuracy because I'm listening to it at a high volume level. I will say that them concretes with that 3-inch voice cord, you need to throw more power into them to get in the mood. So in the low volume levels, when you can really listen to the driver, that might put him in a disadvantage because he got a 3-inch voice cord where everybody else is using a 2.5. So the lower volume level, I'm starting to hear more with them, but I only heard one. So I can't really give you accurate information on that because I only heard one. If I had two at a lower volume level, then I can try to compare them from what I'm hearing from everybody else. At this point, real Cisco Montana, I can't answer that. The woofer is made for brutality. It's an 8-inch with a 3-inch voice cord, 1500 watts RMS, conservative rated. He ain't going for efficiency. He going for brute force. So I really don't know how to answer your question. And I read questions like this on Facebook all the time. I don't say nothing because these people just won't find something to talk about. Bandwidth. You got a ported box. What are you talking about here? You talk somebody about bandwidth, he got a ported box. You need to ask somebody that question got a seal box. Then he can tell you what the roll off said, how it sound. But these woofers that I listen to are high QS drivers. They're high QS. They want you to put it in a ported box, not a seal box. Even though high Q means put in the seal, but they're not what they're geared for. They're geared for a lot of X-Max in a ported box. So I hope I answered your question. I don't know if I did or not. But sometimes I think y'all want to ask questions with these drivers, the DD 2508, 1250 watts RMS, the G7 1250, Rampage 1000, Concrete 1500. Well, the Kicker is 800, they sandbagging. And then y'all want to know, well, how does it sound nuanced? These woofers are made for brute force. They not made to be cute. They made to go in when you apply power. I don't know how to answer some of these questions. Sometimes I think this. I don't know how to answer y'all questions. Sometimes I'm just being truthful with you. Not picking on you. I hope you don't get sensitive, but I just want to answer the question. Cause all the woofers that I picked to go inside that truck, if it don't sound good, it ain't going in that truck. I can tell that just seeing it moving the freer. Oh, here we go, T Brewers. That guy. Hey man, I just bought a Z8 and want to upgrade the box. How big can I go without damage? I don't know. I don't run it. I don't know. You need to call Sundown and ask them how big you can go without damage. I don't know. I ain't gonna take the time to find out about nothing about no Sundown at all, ever. Look at me. I care less for Sundown, dude. I'm not Big Jeff. AMB, in your car, are you running any DSP? Boy, I'm sure I'm thinking about running DSP. I sure am thinking about running DSP. Or is it just an internal setting from your stereo to the BSI? It's from my radio to the BSI and then to the amp. That's exactly what I got. But my radio has mild DSP functions. I have a 13-band graphic equalizer and time alignment, which I'm not all that good at. But I have been thinking about running DSP for the next step that I want to do in my system. I don't have a lot of experience of running different ones, so please don't come back later and say what's the best. I don't believe in the best scenario in nothing. I don't. So we'll see if I do that or not. I think my system sounds good the way it does because I pick good mids and highs. It's pretty expensive though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't cheaping out. I ain't cheaping out. Are you going to pull Jeff's work or take the violations? Who's Jeff? And what violation? I'm getting violations. So I'm getting violations. I don't know about them, so I don't care. I don't know. I don't know about them, so I don't care. All right, Matthew again. 5K on 8 is crazy. Hey, you say that, Matt, but actually, Kirk want me to put the 8K on 2.0. This is what Kirk Creek, the owner of Concrete Audio, said. He wants to send me an 8K, put on 2.8s. That's how much strength he said he believed in his 3-inch 8-level voice core. I said, well, listen, on my channel for the street people. So I'm not gonna get behind putting 2.8s on 8K. And don't send me that amp because I'm not gonna upgrade my electrical to run an 8K in that size cabin with most of the speakers I'm gonna run behind the seat. I'm just not gonna do it. If they do what they do on the 5K, cool. For me. I just noticed when those subs, these are some serious 3-inch voice core on 8. These are competition subs, fellas. You see, I had one on a 5K and that horn at 31 hertz, did a 137, and that's because the box was tuned to 30 hertz on that particular song. We doing that on music and they did it fine. But you know, some people are going to put it on a side by side and they actually going to put 8K and stuff to them and play at a higher hertz. I'm playing relatively low, so I'm eating up a lot of that power. And I'm happy with the performance they did it on that 5K one on. When I put both of them in the truck and had them on 3,000 watts off that M5000, they was just eating the power. They wasn't really doing nothing. So I didn't want to, oh man, they can't even get loud. They can't get loud as a 3-inch voice cord, and it's made for show stuff. I mean, I want to put 12K on 4 of them. This 3-inch voice cord, this boy right here, I've seen that. I know my electrical can easily support 5K. Yeah, you can do that with them. He is that joker can take some power. He don't care nothing about no efficiency. You throw the power to it, he gonna go north. I believe he can go well north of 143 with 2 of them. In some people's mind, particularly here in America, oh, that's the best then. It is what it is. You got 30s and a Honda. Interesting. That's all I'm saying. Is it worth getting some old subs rather than new ones? I've always liked MTX 9500. Do you like them? You can get them again. But I feel the new ones will be more efficient, especially power. And I think the MTX is not as it was. I don't run MTX subs, can't answer. I've heard 9500. They sound good. Very loud. Very before their time. They were before their time, but now everybody is where they at, so they probably won't stand out as much. Yeah, MTX and other companies are moving toward efficiency. Some of the big boys, whereas these other brands, they're still trying to sell you. They basing their performance on how much the subwoofer weighs. This is true. But even MTX was ahead of them on that because the MTX jackhammer. I like to see somebody say they can best that joker. I really miss that. I really, but that's a very expensive subwoofer too. But you never know, man. People will fix their mouth, say anything. MBE, what's up, David Cruz? Wave Tech should be out within the next 2 months, possibly. Yeah. So look, I am about to now. Well, I'll take this last question from Banshee 421. What size subs and how many subs would you use with 4 cubes available? It's 4 cubes net. If it's 4 cubes gross, I'm definitely not doing 410s because I'm at gross. So I'm at gross, 25 watts at 1 ohm available. After everything's said and done, you can use 3 2508s, 3 G7. No, you have 4 cubes. They can put in a small box body. No, you can use 3. I would probably use 4. I'll probably do 2 10s. Make a long story short, I'll probably just do 2 10s. Try to aim for 3 cubes. Or 1 beefy 12. And try to aim for 3 cubes. Or 2.75. Or, yeah, that's what I would do there. 4 cubes gross. Because when you say, well, I'm talking about 4 cubes net, it can't be, it can never be 4 cubes net if we don't know the subwoofers you're going to put in there. So I got to say it's 4 cubes gross. Because if you don't know the subwoofers going in there, then you can't say 4 cubes net because net means after everything's said and done, this is what you got. So you got 4 cubes gross. But see, when we put sub and port inside the box, we're not going to be at 4 anymore. Think on it. Hey, y'all be blessed.